So the next two Pokemon that are going to be released in Pokemon Unite have been data mined, and they're going to be Espeon and Delphox. And big shout out to El Chico Eevee. They were able to data mine some gameplay for Espeon, so we're going to take a look at that and see how it's going to turn out in the game. I'm pretty excited. Espeon is a pretty cool Pokemon. I always like to play it in Gen 2. And we also get another evolution, which I think is cool for the game. They could potentially add more of them in the future. Um, One thing I think you can notice is around the level bar, there's a little symbol to signify it's Espeon rather than Sylveon, and I'm assuming Sylveon will get one so that you can have an idea of what Mon you're playing against. Um, all these moves are in Spanish and they don't all have names yet, so we're gonna have to try and guess what they are. Uh, Looks like this first one is Swift. Uh, Sylveon also has Swift, but it looks a little bit different. It's not in a line like Sylveon. You sort of pick a circle and they converge at that point. So you can aim it close to you and they spread out, or you can aim it at a farther target and hit them with all three. The other move's more sort of just a line skill shot, but it's a point and click target, makes it easy. Okay, let's see what the first skill is. Okay, as you can see, the boosted auto, it's just a bar that builds up instead of being a certain number. Once the bar gets filled, then you get a boosted auto. Okay, another one sort of just skill shot, kind of similar to Swift, where your beams converge at that point, and you can hit them with all the targets or just one. Pretty interesting. It's got decent range, and it gets a stun. That's pretty nice. Always good to have CC. Okay, let's see the other ability. Okay, it kind of looks like Psybeam. Just like a line target skill shot. That seems to be doing a lot of damage. I wonder if it does like a percent damage. Since the target dummy has so much health, that's why it's doing so much damage. Okay, so you're seeing on multiple targets. Okay, so Psybeam can bounce between targets, it looks like. Okay, that one didn't bounce, so it's got to be at like a smaller angle. If it's too big of an angle, it won't bounce. See, that one was more head-on and it didn't bounce. That's interesting. Definitely good for like team fights where you can get it to bounce between multiple targets. Okay, let's see the alt. Oh, that's a really cool animation. So you lift everybody up and then you get a knockback at the end of it. See how much damage it does. Okay, so like 1200 damage at level 8. It's not bad. It's a really cool animation, and it's a pretty big area of effect. I'd definitely say it's better than Sylveon's ult just because of the CC factor of it. Being able to like lift people up and interrupt them, shove them back at the end. That's pretty nice. This definitely seems like a good like poke move set. You just got good range. You can just keep poking them with Psybeam and the other ability. No real movement ability though. Kind of a sitting duck. But again, it's a level 8 evolution to get your alt, just like Sylveon, so you can potentially get it for Dread, which is nice. Okay, now we're going to check the other abilities. Okay, so it's kind of like Mystical Fire, where you just activate it and it targets an enemy. But it looks like you have stacks. You can get up to like 5 stacks, and then that affects how many orbs you can send off. It looks like maybe you get a little bit of move speed when you use it. Okay, Premonition. So it's probably Future Sight. Yeah, it looks like it stays on the target and then has a delayed damage. It's a lot easier to hit than Gardevoir's, though. It's just a point and click. I wonder what kind of interactions there will be between the moves. Like, I wonder if you can boost the damage of Future Sight with the other ability or not. Because sometimes it looks like it blows up. Like if you do enough auto attacks, or if you hit it with enough of the orbs, that causes it to blow up and deal more damage. I wonder if these are the kind of like the movesets they have, where they build some interaction in between the moves, or if it will turn out to be different combinations of moves than what's shown here. Again, that ult's pretty cool. Definitely better than Sylveon's. Alright, that's a pretty quick clear on the bees with that ability. It seems like it does good damage against wild mons. That's a cool score animation. Just float up. Future Sight doesn't seem to do too much damage. Yeah. I feel like the orb move does more damage than Future Sight. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's obviously gonna be an attacker, so it's gonna be damage heavy. There's not really much movement ability though, so it's gonna be pretty squishy. But either way, I'm definitely looking forward to Espeon. It's a really cool mon. It was always one of my favorites, so thank you again to El Chico Eevee for data mining the gameplay. Always good to see what's coming up on the horizon. If you like the video, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Peace.